Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, animals, minerals, and vegetables. Welcome to this live stream. This very special live stream on the 1st of April. We are here at Leeds Young Film Festival, and I'm going to introduce myself very briefly. So my name is Adam Clark, otherwise known as Wizard Keen, and we're in a little Minecraft world. And there's some people behind me. It's my son over there hiding. And what I want to talk a little bit about is what this is all about, and why we were in a Minecraft world in the first place. So basically, following on from last year's interrupted 21st edition of the festival, which is the UK's largest family film event, it's returning this year online for a whole month. Okay, from the 29th of March to the 30th of April. And you can experience all this festival from the comfort of your own living room, basically, where they've got premiere films of the very best family films from around the world available for the first time. And all you're going to need to do is to basically go to the website and log in. And this is basically just for UK people only. But this website, this Minecraft world is actually available for everybody. And it's what I hope to do today for the next hour of this live stream is to sort of take you around, show you a little bit around the place, and introduce you to some of the kind of ideas and stuff that we've been going around. So without further ado, let me turn myself around and I'll show you around. So what we are basically in, if you've ever been to Leeds, you might recognize this area here. This is at the Millennium Square, where we've got, now normally we don't have a cinema there, but it is where these are the two people responsible for a lot of this stuff. We do have stuff like, we have the museum over there. Okay, we have some buildings over here. We got and we got some characters around, and I'll come back to the characters a little bit later as well. So the reason why we're in a Minecraft world is because what we wanted to do is we wanted to create a kind of an authentic way of exploring the festival program. Okay, so this year the festival is all online. Okay, because of the COVID virus, everybody's indoors. Okay, we're just starting to kind of explore the outdoors at the moment, but we're still pretty much, there's still lockdown restrictions are in force. Okay, so we have to kind of think about what are the kind of alternatives that we can kind of do. Now I've actually been to the festival quite a few times, and I've run workshops there, and I've done sort of Minecraft work and stuff like that. So that's, I think, why I got asked to come back and to help put together this little environment. Now, if you want to join this Minecraft world, and this world is open for the next month, okay, until the 30th of April, you can go to the server address, which is leeds.ava.co. I'm in Java at the moment, but you can actually join if you are on a Bedrock server, a Bedrock version of Minecraft, which is on your PC, your iPad. Let me just disconnect here, and I'll just show you what it looks like on here. So if you're in the Java version of Minecraft, it will run on the latest version. You can add the details. You can add a server, and then in the server details, in the server address, you type in leeds.ava.co. Okay, AEVA.co. Press done, and there are 6 people in here at the moment, so you can just press that and join the server, and that joins you the server, and you can come and have a look around too. So we're going to have a little look around a bit later on, but what this place essentially is it's like the brochure. It's like the festival program in Minecraft. So what you can do is you can kind of like, instead of going to the website, you can go to the website, but you can basically come in here, have a little look around, be inspired by this. But we've got a cinema here as well. So if we go over to the cinema and open it, I've broken it. In the cinema are all the films available during the festival. Okay. So there's a few up here. Let's go downstairs. Okay, and there's some more films over here. Jim Knopf and the Wilds. Right, let's go down a bit more. So there's even more down here. We go down the stairs. It's just like I love the area in this area, which is like this lovely warm kind of cinema area. And I know we haven't been out at all. I certainly haven't been out anywhere for a long while. So it's nice to come out, even virtually, to come to the cinema. And here we are in the cinema seats, and we've got some of the kind of the partners and sponsors of the film festival over here as well. So we can kind of, I might come and do a talk in a bit along here and just sort of turn myself around. Look, I'm on stage at long last in front of everybody. Okay, so let's have a little wander around the outside, and I want to just sort of show you a little bit of all the building. So we spent the last sort of month and a half with some builders, with the AvaBuild team, building this area and putting all this kind of stuff together. There's Django. Come on, let's go outside. Yeah. There we go. Now, let's talk very briefly as well, while we're here, a little bit about what you can do in the cinema and why it's so special. So in here, and I said it's like the festival program, okay? So you can kind of come into the cinema, and just like a normal cinema, you can kind of see what is on the cinema at the moment. So these are all the kind of the things that are on at the moment. Now, if you're curious about any of these films, you can see who it's been directed by. You can see the countries it was made in and the duration of it and the release date. But also to the right bottom, each one has got something, a little kind of black and white kind of image, and that's called a QR code. Now, if you've got a phone, most phones nowadays will read, if you use your camera on your phone, most phones read nowadays, if you just pop into there, you can kind of use your camera and it will read that QR code, and it will say, hey, I've just read a QR code. Shall I open a website that this QR code goes to? And you go, yes, please. And then you can kind of actually go to the website and read a little bit more about when that film is on and how to watch it. So that's how this kind of festival thing works. And I think that's what's so exciting about this Minecraft map, that this is the first time really that Minecraft has been used to kind of show off what can be done, what we can see it in another, this is all those stuff's online. So that's quite exciting. Interesting. So let me just take you for a little wander, and I'm going to show off some of the cool buildings and the cool builds that have been going on around this area. So the brief that we got from Leeds Young Film Festival is that they wanted the Millennium Square to be reconstructed as naturally as possible. And I'm going to fly up a little bit and show you kind of a bird's eye view of it. Okay. So here it all is. Oh, watch out for the TIE fighter. Okay, so this is actually one-to-one scale version of Leeds, and we got this by using OpenStreetMap data. Okay, so there's a company called Geoboxers, and you can actually download Minecraft maps using open source data, and they charge a little bit of money for it, but not very much, a reasonable amount. And we downloaded this one-to-one as a sort of as a grayscale, as not a very interesting kind of map. None of the detailing you kind of see here. Okay, but basically this building was here, but it was just a box really, so it had the height of the building but not a lot else. And then the build team came in and they rebuilt the whole thing from scratch. Actually, if we fly over, we should be able to see what the buildings look like when we first started. So you can see here, this is actually what we first started with over the edge. I'm taking you behind the scenes, if you like. That's what we started with. And then a month and a half later, we end up with something that looks like this, which is remarkable. If you go there, if you're curious at all, go to Leeds and go to Google Maps and have a look at the 3D version of this area, looking for Millennium Square. Okay, so let's go and have a look at some of the builds around here. So some of you might notice this. Okay, so I'm just getting some comments. Unable to see it. Robbie is stuck. Can you TP him up? I'm stuck in a tree. It's breaking up. Can't see anything. Oh dear. All right. Well, if I stay still for a bit, I'm going to try and do that. Let's try and let's try and TP everybody to me. TP Cento to Cheesy Bob. There we go. get everybody back out of trees. That's kind of one of the things. Right, I've got the chat open now, so I can kind of start to see what everybody's doing as well. Right, it looks better than the real one. It's pretty amazing, actually. Okay, so I'm going to slow down and just make sure that, that the whole thing's loaded. So, and I'm going to just go around and kind of just show the features of all the different kind of builds that there are here. So obviously we've got Harry Potter. Okay, so there's Harry Potter with his gold snitch. I think this, in terms of Minecraft, so I'm going to talk a bit about Minecraft and stuff like that. In terms of Minecraft, I really like the simplicity of this build. It does so, it tells you so much, and it's so simple. And I like the fact that they're using these kind of honey blocks at the bottom for that kind of golden cape thing. It really pops it out. It's really amazing. So, and I like the gloves as well, reaching for the snitch as well, because it's just really, really well put together. And the fact that the wood looks like that kind of crumpled leather on the Quidditch glove as well. Really, really clever stuff. Really love it. Okay. And the nice thing about Minecraft is as well, you don't have to adhere to scale so much. We can kind of play around with scale really amazingly. So we've got Back to the Future car here, the DeLorean. And again, it's massive, massive scale, but that's okay. Nicely put together, I might add. Again, hopefully this is, for those Minecrafters, this is inspiring for you. Have a little think about that. Some questions out here. I'm going to come back to here as well. Another thing we wanted to do is we wanted to make sure that this was an enclosed space. So we've got these kind of green screens, so almost like in a film set as well. Okay, so that's what this green screen is about. It's like we're in a film set. Here's the car from Cars, and it says it's Lightning McQueen. We've got a kind of questions here. And I'm going to just ask one of them. So have a think about this and type it in the chat if you know it. Who are the owners of Lightning McQueen's sponsors, Rusty's? The names of them. Does anybody know? Without Googling too much. Without Googling. Lie on the ground. Stand up. Lie on the ground. Stand up. Right. So we've done that one. Okay. Let's have a look up here. Okay. So we've got Giant Ape. Anybody know? This one always makes me laugh. Talking about scale, because we've obviously got the DeLorean down there, which is quite a massive scale. And we've got King Kong up here. And King Kong actually isn't that big in comparison. But I think it works in terms of scale within this kind of space as well. So if you look down here, like if he was any bigger, then he would look a bit odd. That looks really cool from down here, I think. Here's another excellent, very simple build, which is Woody from Toy Story. I think it's so clever, so cleverly done. So one of the things I admire about this is, like, you know, you've got the neckerchief here, and we can kind of see it's just tied up there. And what we're really doing is we're using 2 stair blocks and some 3 stair blocks and a couple of slabs. Very, very simple. And then just think about the colors and stuff like that. And then the belt buckle, look at that. So clever. Okay, and then for the boots as well, look at these. Just an upturned bit of stair, just to kind of do the heel, and then a single slab down there. Really excellent work. Really superb. You are walking around here as well, and you see these are to provide a little bit of entertainment for everybody. Which actor provided the voice of Woody? Okay. If you get stuck, there is a QR code at the back, and that will take you to a Google Doc with all the answers in. Okay. So if you ever get stuck on that, think about that. Don't give it all away though to start off with. Okay. And then we've got Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins. These flowers that shouldn't exist on there. They should pop off. Look at the bag. And this is another kind of cool thing as well. We've got these lovely blocks in Minecraft to kind of think about bags. And again, look at these feet too. Another kind of foot design, boot design, thinking about that kind of stuff. Very, very clever stuff. Love it. Okay. Right. So we've had a little look around. We got Spider-Man, and we got this as well. I don't know if anybody knows what this is. I mean, I know it's a lamp, but do you know what the reference is? Have a little think about that. There's my neighbour. Too. I think all the way around here as well. We were thinking of when we first sort of were deciding to kind of do this. One of the ideas was to have almost like a fairground attractions around here. But to get this to work on both Bedrock and Java, it can be a bit tricky. So we cut our losses and we just sort of focused on making a kind of a map that looked really, really high quality in terms of the space, gave us a little bit of kind of creativity, so we could kind of add kind of really amazing kind of film references in here as well, give people kind of to inspire you, and also to give some information in terms of a little film quiz like this one, like what are the names of the two children in Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins. Okay, you might have to ask your mum and dad to think about that. Let's just pop back in here, and I'm just going to kind of give a big shout out to the build team again. Okay, so this is the build team, Ava. They do server development, map building, project management, and they've got 5 years of experience, 5+ years of experience. Okay, I've known them. They've actually been doing this kind of stuff for years, and we've met at different kind of Minecraft events and things like that. They're friends. They do Quacktopia. They're friends with Stampy and Squashy, and so on. Also, special thanks to pronounce this correctly, Galazios Design. Galazios Design. I think I'm saying that right. MC and Faye _BLM. Okay, so there we go. And that's me. Okay, Adam Clark, creative producer at The Common People. TheCommonPeople.tv. Let's have a look at some of the kind of films that are going to be coming out during the festival as well. So there's sort of different foreign films that you can kind of watch, some animations, but they're all family friendly and all kind of really cool. So I'm going to go through the things that I'm interested in watching. So I like cartoons. Combat Wombat sounds funny. This is an Australian film, so it's kind of like it's on point. They know what they're doing. This one, I love fantasy films as well. So this big kind of creature makeup thing up the top looks amazing. I'm like, yeah, tick that one. That's from Sweden, so that'd be interesting. Only an hour and 22 minutes long as well, so quite short and sweet. Well, what's this one? An hour and 30 minutes. So this is shorter than the cartoon. Trains. I don't know. Let's see what's Daisy Quokka. They look related. They look like they're like, okay, let's do Australian films about creatures from Australia. Remember, scan the QR code with your phone and you'll be able to get there. I might try that now just to make sure it's still working. So put my camera on. Okay, it's found it. Open in Safari. Yeah. Let's try again. Yep. Yeah, that is magical. This is my dad as a sausage. Mein Dad ist ein sausage. So there you go. It's there. So it works. So you can kind of see how we can use a Minecraft map to think about how to interact with the festival program, which I think is really amazing. So my dad is a sausage. A strange film for all the family. Peppercorns. That looks quite good. From Germany. A thrilling adventure. Another thing I just want to sort of say about here, because like sometimes I take this stuff for granted. Having images in Minecraft like this, having almost photographs in Minecraft is something we've actually been able to do for a while. And the way we do it is we actually use Minecraft maps. Okay. So you can kind of use Minecraft maps to kind of do this kind of stuff yourself. Sky Raiders, I quite like look at that as well. Marco. That looks Italian. I was going to say this was Italian, but no, it is USA. I thought it was like an Italian job on scooters. I was wrong. Let's head down. Down into the depths. What kind of films have we got on here? Oh, if you've not seen Wolfwalkers yet, it is a stunning animation. We've watched it. It's amazing. So just watch that. I've got a friend of mine who actually works for the company who make these animations now as well. So he's got basically this came out, then he got a job with them, and it was just like, oh, how exciting. Wolfwalkers, amazing. It's on Apple TV Plus as well at the moment too. So if you got that too, there is too. But it's stunning animation and film and story as well. But we got more animations down here. Looks like for younger people. That one looks quite fun. Where's that? Argentina. Awesome. This one looks absolutely bonkers. Ewan Street and Glass Boy, kind of like superhero something. That one is Italian. Very cool. And then coming in here, and it's interesting as well because kind of making something like this has been really look at this person. It's like, how do we prevent people from messing up? So basically, you can't break any blocks in Minecraft in this version. Okay. Films can be films can be watched on the Films media player. There's some links happening in the chat on YouTube. And I'm sure there's some links on the Facebook as well. So if you're watching this live stream, go and check out the links. Hey, how you doing? Yay! There we go. I wonder what's back here. Oh, background stuff. Do not enter. It's like secret area just for builders. Okay. Let's see what's secret background area there. Okay, so there we go. That is awesome. Let's head back outside. And for those people who are wondering what this is all about, these are the loos. Okay, the loos mirror over there, which is awesome. Wash your hands. Remember, regularly wash your hands. Okay. Yeah, everybody's like, we've been here long enough now. Everybody's looking for the loo. I hate it when you go to cinema and sometimes like the film is so long that you're just waiting for a bit where you think, can I go to the loo at this point, right? And you have to think, I'm gonna have to go past these people, and I'm gonna have to sort of sneak up the back and go around the corner and just be able to go to the loo, or you kind of have to hold on to the very end. That's why when you bought that big, Coke and sweets, and you drank all the Coke too soon, you've got to kind of be careful. Which is actually, oops, banging into stuff. Which is actually like, one of the great things about having an online film festival that you can watch at home is that you can pause things and you can just go to the loo and you can have as much popcorn as you can make, basically. Exactly. Yeah, you don't have to wait. You can pause. Right, finish the quote. All right, so this is every question on this is near the kind of character. So this is from Spider-Man. So with great power comes ... I think answers on a postcard. Okay, cool. Now, in Leeds, right, those people who've not been there, there is a strange football shape. It's this. Let me find out. They've done a pretty good job. It's a piece of modern architectural design, but it basically looks like a rugby ball, which is of that shape, intersected with a sort of a wedge. And to be honest, the Minecraft builders have done a superb job, because I was thinking, I don't know if you could do, I don't know if that is possible. Yeah, okay. They've done a superb job of kind of that. And if you've been to Leeds as well, this is the museum, and Leeds Museum is excellent as well. Hopefully, when the lockdown kind of stops, we can all start going back to the cinema, and we can go back to museums and stuff like that as well, and support all the kind of these great cultural venues as well, which is amazing. Right, so let's have a little look at the time. So we've only just done about half an hour. Amazing. So what I want people to do is have a little think about any questions that you might have about the film festival, about how to connect here, about what kind of things you might build if you're a builder, or if you've been inspired, what kind of things might you want to do. If this were to continue, also have a think about how could we expand this in the future? What would you like this to be in the future? Okay, so at the moment it's like a very cool interactive film program. All right. So we've got some buildings that we can explore. What was if we to explore the museum, for example, or or we could go maybe underground. Or I think we've had one idea, which was, what if we could go and visit some of the film sets in here? So, for example, if we go to Combat Wombat, there was a little button down here, and we press the button, we could go and visit Combat Wombat film set, and maybe have a big model of this giant wombat there, and we can kind of find out a little bit more in Minecraft about this kind of stuff. The same with this. This looks amazing. In my imagination, I'm thinking it could be like an enchanted forest with kind of weird creatures and things like that. So you can kind of just and you could go on a bit of a story with the whole thing. That might be really cool. Right. What's this? 2040. Entertaining and uplifting. I hope so, because it could be like, it looks a little bit like, or maybe, well, my first impression of this poster was like, is it like apocalyptic? It looks a bit like the earth is being taken over by plants, but it might be that might just be vertical farms in the background. Like in the future, we're all happy and it's all right because we've sorted out pollution and stuff like that. Australia. Yeah. There's no droughts anymore or fires. It's all good. All right. So have a little think about that. And we might just, what I might do is I might try and get everybody, how long did it take to build everything? That's a great question. So I'm going to come back to this as well. So if you just joined us, we're live at Leeds Young Film Festival, the Minecraft version of it. Okay. This is an interactive space where you can discover more about the Minecraft, more about the Leeds Film Festival that's online this year because of the pandemic. And it's interactive because we can actually use QR codes in the cinema to discover more information about each of the films that are on at the film festival that you can watch at home. They're all in here. So one of the questions we've got from YouTube is, how long did something like this take to make? And it's interesting. It's like it took about a month and a half to make. And let's talk a little bit about how we start to develop something like this. So for those people who are kind of interested, I'm going behind the scenes a little bit. So we can kind of see that these buildings are just like film sets. Okay. So when you go to a film set, sometimes you don't actually have to build the whole thing. You don't have to build the whole building. You just have to build the front of it. And then behind, there's nothing there. Okay. It's just the front of the building. Let's go into this building over here and see what's behind this one again. So we can kind of start to see, in actual fact, when Minecraft builders build, they tend to sort of start work on something called a grey build, 2 to 3 weeks. So, and after you do a grey build, you start adding detailing. Okay, adding all the kind of the windows, a little bit of, you know, with this here, it's kind of a variety of different kind of materials to show literally different kind of materials. Let's show a good example up here with the cinema. Is we use two different types of materials up here as well. And from a distance, it looks really good. And again, looking in here, we kind of got this kind of idea of like, you can kind of create patterns and think about depth as well to kind of really pop things out. Another thing that we've really used very well here is we used custom maps to create all the graphics and all the kind of graphic elements of it as well, which is really amazing. So let's also fly up a little bit as well. So the way this whole thing's, oh my gosh, I just noticed the umbrella face. I think it's a duck actually at the end of there as well. Let's see how many people are in here. We've got kind of a few different people kind of milling about, coming and going and stuff like that as well. So remember, if you're on an Xbox, or you can join from an Xbox, but you've got to kind of think about how you are. You've got to spoof an Xbox because it's a closed system. So there are a couple of videos on YouTube to let you know how to do that. So how do you add an external server to your Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo Switch? And there are ways of doing that. If you're on an iPad or you're on a tablet of some sort and you want to join, then you can, and it's fairly simple. Even if you can even join if you're on a PC, and it's whether you're on Java or Bedrock edition of Minecraft. And the way you do that is on the Java, at least. Let me just sort of disconnect very quickly. Is you just go down to your multiplayer settings. Okay, so you hit multiplayer, you scroll, you know, if you've got some servers up there, you know, I've got like Hypixel and I've got Quacktopian, and we can go down to, we add a server, so you press add a server. I've already added it as well. But if I were to just show the edit in here, then you would write whatever the server name is, whatever you want to do. And then you type in leeds.ava.co. You could, when can you join the server? This looks ace. You can join the server whenever you like. The server is going to be open for the next, until the 30th of April. Might be a little bit after that as well. We might keep it open for a little bit more. But basically, the server's here. And we want this server to be a cool place which will inspire you, which will give you ideas about what kind of things you could build. All the people who are on the server, some people do this full time for a living. Some people it's a hobby, but we do pay everybody who kind of builds on these things. So you can make an actual, when I do these, I do talks with parents and stuff like that, and I say, look, I make a living out of creating Minecraft stuff. So you can do it, and making Minecraft stuff is just like any other job, right? It's about problem solving, having been creative, thinking about these kind of things. I mean, look at Spider-Man up here. I was thinking as well, maybe Spider-Man could be shooting a web out of his hand. Maybe we just get kind of, but where would it go? it might be shooting against this need more water. I need more water. But there we go. We could do that. What's your favorite part of the server? That's a good question. I think, and that's a question for everybody as well. When you come here, I mean, and one of the things I think we'd like to do is we'd like to kind of, and I'm going to be doing a big group shot in the middle in a minute as well. So we're going to be taking some pictures, and we're going to be sharing those pictures on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. So we'll be doing kind of some group shots. Take some pictures yourself and share them on of your favorite bits. My favorite bit is actually I really like Woody. I think it's a sort of a model. I think it looks really incredible, really, really fascinating how they kind of put it together, and the fact that he's tipping his hat as well. So it's got a lot of character to it, okay, and it's telling a story straight away, which I think was really interesting. So we got Eleanor Hodgson, who said on YouTube, what was the most difficult part to build? And we've got some of the builders in here, so I might ask Levin what's the most difficult part that you built? What was the trickiest bit? For me, I mean, a lot of this stuff got built quite quickly from my point of view, and I was just a sort of producer. I was like the slave driver, telling people what to do. But I think one of the things, the brief, if you like, was we had to fill all of this. We had to create a cinema. Yes, you can. Someone's just said on the chat, if you can't use the QR code in the cinema, can you watch the film somewhere else? Yeah. If you look on the stream, they're going to share leedsfilm.com. So if you go there, and if you're based in the UK, you should be able to participate in the film festival as well. If you're from another country, unfortunately, because of the way film rights work and things like that, I don't think we are able to watch things if you're from another country and stuff like that. But if you're in the UK, and you go to Leeds Player Film, and it's being shared on the screen right now, you can kind of check all those things out as well. And they'll be sending links in the chat as well later on, so you can kind of follow those links and find out a little bit more about it. What we wanted it to do is to give it, the QR code, is to give the QR code to kind of cool, a cool way of kind of having external web links that are interactive. It makes it a little bit more interactive, which is kind of cool. So I'm coming back to the kind of like, what was the most difficult part? Well, fitting all this stuff into a cinema and making it feel like a cinema in the first place. So it's quite fun to kind of, we've got a corridor down here. We had to have at least 20 poster settings. And the way film festivals run as well, it's like sometimes you can you find out, you're slowly booking things. So we didn't have all the bits of the jigsaw puzzle at the beginning. It came together slowly, and I think that's kind of that's one of the challenges of kind of building something and launching it like this. So it was really really fun, really interesting kind of, and I think you've got to kind of be, when doing stuff like this, you've got to be flexible, solve those problems, and try and anticipate all the problems that are going to come along right at the beginning. So let's just give you a little, I'm not cinema, Minecraft, which is cool. So that's the kind of thing. I think there's more people who've sort of turned up. There's a couple more people here. Yeah. So, and I think we're competing with Stampy as well, who is live streaming at the moment. When we started, I had a little tweet, a little ping on my phone saying, "Oh, Stampy's just died." So we are having to compete with Stamps, which is always a joy. But what this is live now, and will be live, so people can kind of just pop in and stuff like that. I'll probably be popping back in over the weekend as well, checking things out, and maybe doing a little bit of a live stream again then. So if people are interested in coming along, I might do like a different kind of film quiz at the weekend on a Sunday, and I'll be doing a live stream on my channel as well, so you can kind of do that. Everybody else, you're also more than welcome to live stream this kind of stuff and to create your own Minecraft videos and your own kind of Minecraft content using this server as a sort of space to do so. You might want to show it off and feature it. Yeah, it would be cool to do a film quiz, wouldn't it? I've escaped. Oh no. This is what I was thinking. Let's just turn it around and show where everybody is. So there are, I did notice these things over here. So we've got these now if you open these up, and you can, there are ways of kind of climbing up this. I did a project once, and it was so what we've done is we've basically created it so nobody can break any blocks and nobody can do things, but you can interact with things. So you can press buttons and you can kind of open doors that can be opened and things like that. So how do we stop people from escaping? Well, it's hard because people are creative and quite clever at times to be able to do this kind of stuff. Whoops. Okay. Let me just go back outside and I'll see what everybody's escaped to. Fly up here. And what I'd like to do in a minute is get everybody together and just have a big kind of group picture. Everybody. So I'm just going to pop there, see what's going on. And just open up my who I'm being messaged by. Yes. Join external. So someone's asking me on Discord, how do I join if I'm on an Xbox? And the way to join is you have to go onto YouTube and find out how do I join external server Xbox Minecraft. And there's a few videos to show you how to do that. Okay, and that's all I can say because you have to kind of change some settings and stuff like that. It's a bit of a hack, but it's fine, it's safe. Okay, look over here and find out where Zappos is. Ah, you found the way out. So there's a way out. So I'll get the builders to block that in. This is the area to Matthew is stuck. All right. Let's see. This is the thing. It's always good to test with everybody. The character models are amazing. Thank you, Eleanor. I'm really, really chuffed to bits with them. It's so amazing what you can do in Minecraft for everybody. So let's just have another quick look around some of the models, and I'll just sort of do a fly through. Look at this. So good. I wonder what it looks like at night. I wonder if we can turn it to night. I'm not sure if it was designed to be at night, so I'm not sure what kind of lighting we've got going on. But you know what I would suggest is if people are interested in coming in with your friends and making some videos and stuff like that, and doing kind of YouTube videos or doing a live stream yourself and featuring it and stuff like that, please do. It would be amazing. And tag us and tag. Let us know that you're doing it, and I'll try and come along too if you are kind of thinking about kind of that stuff. And we'll definitely support any kind of young person's creativity on YouTube and stuff like that. I mean, that's what I'd like to do anyway. So interested, let me know. Ah, yeah. It's the old 2 block down trick. There we go. I fixed that. So no one can be trapped there anymore. Phew. Yeah. Okay. I mean, this, to be honest, so I make Minecraft maps for a living, and that kind of 2 block down thing is the thing that we find every single time. Because the last thing you want to do is to make something and then trap a player in there forever and ever. However, if you do get trapped, you can log out, and when you log back in again, you don't log into the same position. You actually always get logged back in to this new spot. So you always get respawned back to the beginning as well. So if you do find yourself being stuck, remember to just log out, log back in again. You'll be fine. Let's do a couple more of these questions. I'll just have to do a time check. We've got 15 more minutes for this. And then I've got a little, how did you get into Minecraft building as a career? Well, let me tell you about the story then, about how I got into it. So, I mean, I've been playing Minecraft for about 10 years. And at the very beginning, I actually wasn't a very good builder. And I'm still, there's some things around here that I think, like, I could never really do this. I could if I practiced, but that wouldn't come naturally to me. What I could do, what I'm quite good at is probably do Spider-Man. I could probably do the kind of thing. I could do these buildings and stuff. Woody I think is really cool. But the way to get into it as a builder, there's lots of ways in at the moment. There's basically by practicing, and building stuff and creating maps and content, and then sharing that with other people. And you can either do that via YouTube, or you can kind of do it with a bigger community. There are several build communities out there. There's a place called Planet Minecraft where people can build things and show off what they've been doing. You can also connect to other people and ask them questions like, how do you build all this kind of stuff? And I think there's lots of ways of kind of building. Some of the ways I use online tools, and all of the stuff that's been built here has been built in an online environment, an online server. So it hasn't necessarily been done block by hand. We've had a range of tools to help us create kind of patterns, and we've got kind of building mods like World Edit that help us kind of build this stuff. And that does broad brushstrokes, if you like. But at the end of the day, you know, you do kind of have to come in and, you know, when you do detailing, the detailing is all hand built. So we kind of like, oh, let's put a couple of buns over here and a lovely cake at the top there, and a little, you know, all this kind of stuff done by hand. So it's really about kind of, I think building in Minecraft is like drawing, like any kind of creative endeavor. You've got to have a good imagination, willing to try things out, willing to make mistakes, and to see what works and what doesn't work, and try not to do it in isolation. So try have your friends, maybe you as a kind of a group of people, kind of things like that. How to do it? There isn't a university. School doesn't teach it. There's no real place that teaches how to build in Minecraft formally, officially. Hear my son laughing his head off. So how do we start? Well, currently the only real place to learn how to kind of do these kind of things is YouTube. YouTube has been the place where young people have found and have gathered around and have discovered how to do stuff, and then shared how they've done it with other people. So there is a great learning community of Minecraft builders and experts on YouTube, and they produce content weekly about how to kind of do this stuff. Zappa says, I can't see the world. Oh no. Right, I'm going to have to TP him to me. TP to... There we go. I found a glitch. Oh dear, let's go and find out. Let's go and see what the glitch is. So keen to... Hello, City Boy 800. Right. Right, boys. What have you found? What's going on? Why are you all backstage? Why have you all found your way back here? What? This is troubling. Well, let me talk about. Someone says Minecraft Maestro says, I want to become a Minecraft YouTuber. Way to do that, they're all hiding now. They're playing hide and seek. I mean, that's another kind of cool thing what you can do within this kind of map, is that it can be used as a hide and seek map. I don't know if anybody's ever played that kind of stuff before, but you can do a hide and seek map. And that might make really good video and really good content. So how to do YouTube. So if anybody's interested, so obviously I was Wizard Keen with Stampy on the show called Wonder Quest. If you've not seen or heard of Wonder Quest, Google it now, and you'll see. Wonder Quest was a YouTube show, educational Minecraft show that Stampy and I produced together years ago, and we did 2 seasons of it. And then it kind of fizzled out, because I think the company that we were working with, which was Maker Studios got bought by Disney, and Disney, like, they just sort of sat on it, so they didn't really run and do anymore. It is an amazing show, and we did both YouTube videos on Minecraft, and also there was an animation too, and it was educational. Oh my gosh! So we actually did it was a kind of late primary school education level. it was really, really good. So yeah, if you're interested in it, check it out. Even if you're older as well, even if you're older, because by watching kind of content like that, you can learn about how other people have done it, and you can steal ideas and you can kind of modify them for yourself, and you can be inspired and you can kind of learn the craft. So you can kind of do that. No, I can't up you, Django. Oh dear. Right. So I mean, and also, if you want to become a Minecraft YouTuber, just learn how to, again, where do you learn all this stuff? School's not going to teach you how to do this kind of stuff unless it's a really special school, and a cool school. But most of the time, you're not going to learn this kind of stuff. You have to do media studies, and still within media studies, you're not really going to find very many like how to become a YouTuber kind of videos, especially so specifically about Minecraft. Because you need to think about, well, how are we going to capture it? How are we going to stream it? What kind of microphones am I going to need? All this kind of stuff. I'm at Y3000. Oh dear. Who are you, Jimmy? Oh, so they've gone up way up in the sky. I don't know how that could happen. I don't know how that can happen. My watch is saying I've got to stand up, so I'm gonna have to stand up in a minute. Luckily, we've only got about 7 minutes left. So yeah, so let me continue my story about how I became a Minecraft builder. So the journey to me becoming kind of Minecraft famous, but kind of being able to do a job about it. I just started, okay, and I started actually the first thing I kind of made. I was already doing workshops and things with the museums, and one of the first things I did with the museum is that I created Hadrian's Wall in Minecraft, okay, for a museum, and it was a museum in Carlisle, in the north of England, and they've got a big Hadrian's Wall exhibition, and we kind of use Minecraft to continue and to think about kind of Hadrian's Wall and the Romans, and we built Roman forts. And Minecraft, funnily enough, is quite good at Roman forts and Roman kind of stuff like that. So that's how I first started. Yeah, if you fall, relog. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, relog, because you'll just get logged back in this sort of section here. After that, there's a museum in Britain called Tate Britain, and the Tate museums are art galleries and museums, and they have lots of old art and some newish art, and there's Tate Modern, Tate Britain. So Tate Modern's got the modern stuff, anything in the 20th century really. Tate Britain has got kind of the old stuff, okay, 19th century and before, way before. There's Tate Liverpool, which is kind of cool. It's kind of almost like a modern kind of thing, a northern one, which is awesome. And there's Tate Cornwall. I can't remember what his name is, but that's a tiny little one really. But Tate Britain had a competition for how to create engaging digital engaging content, and so I applied for that and did a proposal to say I'd like to use Minecraft to create paintings that are in Tate Britain that people can use Minecraft to walk into and explore and learn about the art history of the art by playing in a painting, which I thought was really cool. I got shortlisted for that competition, and we were up against like kind of really big organizations and stuff. And we got and we nearly won it. It would have been amazing if I'd won it. I didn't win it, unfortunately, but Tate was so thrilled at the idea that they, within 2 months after the competition had ended and some robots won, they did get back in touch, and they actually commissioned me to do the project anyway. So I kind of won anyway, which was awesome. So we created something called Tate Worlds, and Tate Britain is a big institution. And so they kind of, because of their confidence in me and the kind of vision that we had, I haven't really stopped building stuff for museums and other organizations ever since. We've also, I mean, from there, there's also the Minecraft Marketplace, and I kind of create content on there as well through two businesses. One's called, there's nothing on the Carriage Works. Exactly. The Carriage Works, by the way, is what this building would be. It doesn't look like this. We've kind of turned it into, but Carriage Works is a kind of a brickish building with all the cinema and workshop areas and theatre and stuff in it. That's what the Carriage Works is there. But because Tate's so big, what we had is they gave me. They were like, it was like permission to be able to kind of, hey, you can use Minecraft to engage with young people. And in actual fact, Tate Worlds was one of the Tate's most successful projects to engage young people. And we measured that partly by the downloads that people could download the content, these Minecraft maps that we made, but also we were measuring things like how many YouTubers were making content with our content, and then talking about Take Worlds and things like that. So we actually counted how many people were watching this content on YouTube. So YouTube was a big part of it. I can see people down in the cinema. So let's go back in the cinema, and we'll end up back in the cinema. I'll end the stream there as well, I think, what we'll do. So here's Matthew MP George. Let's all go down. If I TP everybody all together, we can have a big group shot downstairs in the cinema. So if we all come down. Exactly. So if you miss the Carriage Works, you can always come and have a visit. See us, come and say hello in Minecraft, which is pretty cool. Let's see if we can get everybody together. See if we can break the server. Server admin's like, no, Adam, don't bring everybody together. Are you crazy? TP. Boom. I can't do that then. Yay! Come together, everybody. We're gonna do that, I think. So if you all get behind me, all right, we'll get a picture together. Okay, everybody get together in the cinema. I'll wait for you all to. So. Martin from the Carriage Works is saying he wishes the real Carriage Works had a cinema like this. I like old cinemas. They're kind of, with the scratchy chairs that you get into and the warm, that kind of warm feeling and stuff like that. There we go. There is everybody. Who have we got? Who's missing? Oh, Django's sitting in the cinema seat. Right, come closer, and I'll take a couple of screenshots of everybody, which would be really cool. You ready? Everybody say pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Everybody in? And I'm just running away. Well, we got you now on film, so that's good enough. I've taken a couple of screenshots, so I'll do that. Let's do some. I'll pop round again, and we'll do one from outside too. I think really cool. So hopefully you've all enjoyed this little video, and if you've watched it live, congratulations. If you're watching it again, like in the distant future, and it's not live, but you're watching it anyway, and you're thinking, this is really cool, I'd like to get more information about this, have a look on the screen now, because there's going to be some websites that you can kind of have a look at. There's also Leeds Young Film Festival on Twitter, so have a look at that too. We're going to be sharing some content there, so there's some social media stuff that you can kind of get involved in, both on the check out the chat, both on YouTube and on Facebook as well. There's going to be some links in the chat. You can kind of scroll through the chat later on. I'm going to head back to where I was at the very beginning of this video. Turn myself around, and if anybody wants to come behind me for another screenshot, another selfie, now's the time to get your selfies in as well, and you can kind of share them with us too. So I think we're wrapping it up. So I just want to say, that's it. Everybody get in, take a picture, boom. Take a picture, boom. So I just want to say thank you very much for everybody for joining in, coming along, jumping about, semi-breaking this this beautiful map that we made. You didn't really break it, and joining us on this little adventure. Remember that this Minecraft world is open now for the rest of April, and you're very welcome to come and join us. Come and have a look at it, see how many people have turned up. If you do share any kind of videos and things like that, remember to tag us. I'd love to hear what you make of it, instead of listening to, my wizardy voice. And if you have any more questions and stuff like that, get in touch with Leeds Young Film Festival on the social media, or you could kind of you could message them via their website as well. There's some information there where there's a contact sheet, and you can kind of get in contact with them there. Thanks very much to all the builders who've done an amazing job. Ava for kind of hosting this, and Leeds Young Film Festival team and crew who are behind the scenes actually dealing with both Eleanor and Gage, have been looking after me and the stream in the background. So big round of applause for them. Hooray! Look, everybody's clapping. Hooray! Clapping the thing. Much appreciated, because you can't do this kind of stuff alone. It is always a team effort. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to create kind of a magical Minecraft world. Finally, have a think, and I mentioned this earlier, but have a think about what we could do else with this project. What else could it achieve? What kind of other cool things would you like to see in the future if we kept this? Would you like to go on an adventure, film quest adventure? Would you like more kind of cool builds in here? What other kind of film characters would you like to see built here? Would you like maybe to go on a film studio tour? Or maybe, like some people were saying, would you like to learn how to become a Minecraft YouTuber? And we maybe do a big tutorial series using this as a sort of as a kind of a teaching space to be able to kind of do that. There's so many things that are available within this kind of world that that we could do. Just let us know. And Leeds Young Film Festival are super keen on hearing your thoughts and ideas to make kind of these things happen. So let us know on social media, or kind of email them and stuff like that, and let them know that way. You might even have a crucial role to play in the future of this project. Till next time, thank you very much for joining me on this crazy live stream. My name is Adam Clark, otherwise known as Wizard Keen. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, when we see me online or in this space, and I might be coming back on Sunday to kind of do a live stream. I'll see you then. Until then, thank you. Bye.